This is research that's only just come to light last year. I found it. In old buildings like this, and the lack of information, they have to have inquiries. That window at the end, that is the Jesse window. And wherever you have the Blessed Virgin, you have to have a window. And that is the genealogical history of Christ. It's also at the top, what they call the doom. That's the story of the weighing of the souls, etc. That window was put in 1340 when that choir extension was finished. In the reign of Edward III. And in 1800, apart from wear and tear, it was none the worse. Until they put the first organ in 1825. And they built a great big balcony across the front of it. They'd already got the balcony here with the organ on. They put side balconies in and had a great religious concert in 1827. Then, in 1847, took the balcony down to find the Jesse window smashed. And it was broken so badly that they had to take it out. And they stored all the medieval glass, stained glass, in boxes and stowed it up here on the triforium. In the 1890s, they had a great restoration. Meanwhile, it's a white window. In 1891, they want to restore it. We've got the glass, or some glass, but what's the window look like? With no cameras in there. So what did they do? To find Jesse window. Carlisle Cathedral had one, but they only had part of it. There's no doom. So the problem then was they went to Shrewsbury, St Mary's at Shrewsbury Parish Church. That window was rebuilt on Shrewsbury Parish Church. It's got 7 lights, which we'll look at later if we can get down that end. But you see, it had all been damaged by fire. And the architect and the vicar issued a statement that firemen had saved the great window, which was very valuable. They saved it. But they hadn't. It was all a mass of cracks. And when they come to restore it, they didn't find out until 1947, which I'll tell you about later, that what actually happened. The firm that was restoring it after the fire said, well, it can't be restored, we shall have to have a new one. The people weren't told. So they put a new window in, a 20th century window. And the vicar said, all that glass, the medieval glass, has got to be guarded. It's precious. Nobody's to move any, and they was going to put it into the museum. Now it's all over the world. We can't trace it. That medieval glass. So we've got a 20th century window. But we should have had a very valuable window. But with them not telling us, people like me, up till quite a couple of years ago, we were telling people that that was a medieval window. So it shows you how history alters circumstances. And it's very difficult to follow. So what I'm going to suggest to you now, in the war, during the war years. They actually took that window out because they thought it was medieval glass. And they put it in the cellar of a big house outside Selby. Quite stupid thing to do, wasn't it? So, as I'm saying, in 1947, they brought us up to date with it. But they didn't tell us. And I'm going to tell you now, and I don't want to appear big-headed when I tell you this. I was in here one morning as a guide, historian, and the lady came, approached me from the county library about one of the figures in the window, John the Baptist. I can't take you to show you these today because the scriptorium is being renovated. But in there are two windows that were medieval glass, the only two we have left. In the 1891 restoration, when they first, put it back as a window, they put a new glass in. And so I finished up the 2 panes of glass. But then, Baptist medieval pane of glass, it's down south in the medieval museum. So I finished up with 3 panes of glass. I went to the abbey authorities and I said, look, there's somebody not telling me the truth here. There's something happening here that's not, I don't know about. I came to the abbey to a concert during the Passion period. And the Virgin came along to me. He said, here, do what you like with that. It was a 143-page report on that window in 1947, which they carried out. Ah. And it told me the lot. What could I do? It hadn't been made public. So what could I do? I went for advice. And they said, you can write it. See, I write in the parish magazine every month, a page on the history. But the advice I got was, providing you don't claim that as your work, you can write about it. I've got the notes on that here, we'll look at them later.